Charlie, so is this your best game as a collegiate?
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, yeah, obvious questions, Charlie, but you've come so far with your senior, your redshirt year, you didn't play a lot at times. How satisfying is it to do something like that?
Hard work's paying off, and that's as satisfying as it gets. It's all the sweat and blood and all the coaches yelling at me, but it feels good, finally.
Guy doesn't go 7 from 8 from the field without help. Can you talk a little bit about I mean, you guys had 16 assists, and I'm sure a lot of them were on your back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like every point I scored was dished off from my teammates, almost every one. But yeah, Devontae and Reggie and even Brock right here, they would drive, my man would pick them up, and then I just finish. That's all I had to do.
Brock, did you expect this guy to turn into a dunk machine tonight like he did, or you just got him pretty good there?
Yeah, I did. I did. He works hard all the time. I'm just really happy that it paid off, and hopefully it can continue throughout the season.
Just your general thoughts on your team effort tonight.
I thought our team effort was great. We had a few guys injured, and I thought we came together really well as a team. We played hard for the majority of the 40 minutes, and that's been our goal since the first game of the year, and I think we achieved that tonight.
Can you talk, either one of you, a little bit about your defense tonight? It seemed like you guys, Ken said you were focused, you were alert. It seemed like they really rarely had clean looks.
Well, we followed the scout really well, I think. We had a good practice yesterday, good practice this morning, and we knew who the shooters were, who the drivers were, what their habits were, and I think we stuck to that fairly well, and that showed keeping them was under 50 points. I think they scored 49. Was it? Yeah, so keeping a team under 50 points is a pretty good effort.
Is it nice to have a guy, well, I mean, Shiverton's their guy, and it seemed like right from the get-go, I mean, you can get a shot in the first 9 minutes and 50 seconds, and Marcus was working really hard. Is it nice to have that guy that can go on, be on their best guy and just make him work like heck to get a shot?
Yeah, well, when you can eliminate the opposite team's best player, that usually messes around with our whole sort of structure. And Marcus is that guy for us. He's an unbelievable defender, and he does it without credit, I think. He deserves a lot more credit, and day in, day out, every night, he brings it and showed it again tonight.
Charlie, when you guys have injuries like you do, does that draw this team closer together and you guys get closer?
Yeah, I feel like we come together as a team more. Like last year versus UCLA, we had Clay and Reggie out, and we put together a good effort that night. We were a little short, and we lost, but I feel like the effort was great then, and it was great tonight, and came out with the win tonight.
Charlie, even at the start of the season, without any prompts with Ken and teammates, they talked about how much you would improve over the summer. And it's unusual to see a fifth-year senior improve significantly. Do you agree, and how do you explain the improvement?
I just realized that this is my last year. I'm going to go out with a bang, I guess, and that's what I tried to do this summer in every workout and every stair we ran, every sprint we did, every time we were in the gym. I'd give my effort to the fullest, and I'm glad to see it's paying off finally.
Rocky, you play any volleyball? You've had a pretty nice follow-through on that block there on the baseline.
Yeah, well, actually, I did play a bit of volleyball, but I don't know. Yeah, no, that was a nice block.
You also got a little fired up. We don't see that kind of emotion from you very often. That had to be pretty fun.
Yeah, well, haven't got many blocks my first 2 years here, so I'm looking to change that this season. It was nice to get a nice block.
And we've got Reggie here now, too. Any questions for Reggie?
Reg, Ken said he asked you to look to shoot the ball more today, and you came out and looked like you were hunting your shot a little bit. Could you talk a little bit about that? Does that change your game? What do you have to do to focus on that instead of looking for your teammates quite as much?
Just taking opportunities instead of passing them up, really. Just being real aggressive and just kind of taking what's given to me, just making sure I'm putting pressure on who's ever guarding me.
It seemed like they're not real big at the guards, and you were able to elevate and get pretty good looks. It didn't seem like there wasn't a lot of hands in your face with her.
I mean, the pull-up jumper is pretty hard to guard. I mean, they probably think I'm going all the way to the cup. So, I mean, just stopping pulling up. My grandpa always taught me that's a good move to do. And yeah, they were kind of small, so I just shoot right over top of them.
You guys have the size advantage inside, which often you guys won't have. Was the game plan to go inside a lot as much as you could from the get-go?
Not really. We kind of figured they were trying to come out and pressure, so we just wanted to attack the hoop. And every time I attack the hoop, I know these guys are going to be ready. So, that's just part of the game.
I know there's probably one number on your stat sheet that you don't like seeing, and that's the 9 turnovers. What was behind most of those tonight?
Brock just missing all my passes, really. It's like, no, I don't know, just got to take better care of it, be more focused about it. In practice, I don't really turn the ball over that much, so it's, something I just got to keep getting better at.
Any more questions?
Yeah, Reggie, could you talk a little bit about, I don't know, before the season, I think you were one of the guys, but a couple of guys in Ken talk, it's easy to say now, oh, Charlie's so improved, but even before the season, they said he'd improved significantly just from last year, like over the summer and all season. Do you agree? And what did you see in why he improved?
I always thought Charlie was good. He's always been athletic and stuff. He's been battling D'Angelo in practice for a while, so, that's going to make you a lot better. But I think it's just his confidence, and I know me and Mike Ladd always talked about just making sure he has that confidence, because Charlie's good as long as he's, like I said, confident. So, it's no big surprise to me